We've changed outfits.
Different day. It's a completely different day.
It's a completely different day.
Week, month. So.
And today, on today's day, we are talking about butt wink.
Oh, it aggravates it out of me. Oh.
It makes Brandon mad. And so, should I show them what butt wink is, and then you can tell them why it's so bad and what
Please do.
wink?
I don't know if I can.
And so many of you guys do it. And so many of you guys do it under load, heavy load.
Oh, you understand when you're doing a squat, your spine is under a lot of compression. So when your lumbar spine is moving in and out as you're doing butt wink and anterior.
Lumbar is lower.
Please be kind to your spine.
Higher.
Stay out of the doctor's office, please. Do your spine a favor. Do your low back a favor, please. Keep the spinal integrity when you do your squats. No movement, okay? Nice and tight, like a mast on the ship, okay?
So we're gonna show you butt wink, what's bad. And it's caused by mobility problems.
Tight posterior chain. So a lot of tightness back here in calves and soleus. And
which I actually have this really badly. We've made major improvements, but Mike. Okay guys, this is what it looks like. So I'm gonna let it happen naturally. And this is another question with regard to range of motion. It's often like, well, how far down? I've heard go below parallel. So if you can't do it with good form.
Exactly.
All right, so here we go. I'm gonna start it out, and you're just gonna see it on its own.
So just watch the lumbar curve, okay? And then it starts to tuck under.
Right, that's really bad. So
no bueno. It makes me cringe. Oh.
Okay.
So bad, so bad.
So go ahead and explain. Yeah. So
okay. So the tight muscles in the posterior chain, especially the soleus and the calf, and we can assume that the hamstrings are going to be tight as well. I've never seen anybody that had tight calves and soleus and not hamstrings. So what we're going to do is start off with a little rolling. We got to prep it.
Yep. Get it ready to go. You can use your foam roller as
yes.
always.
We don't have one. We have the soft.
So guys, you're going to do this on both, right?
Yes.
This isn't unilateral.
Yes, this is going to be both, okay? So we're just going to show one side, but I want you guys to take your time to do both. Now, she's going to start all the way down here as low as she can.
Sweet. Go back down. Go back.
Ah! Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Okay, there you go. Tight soleus.
Okay.
Right there.
Mother of God. All
So,
right, okay.
Again, if this was a wet ball of paint, her entire soleus, calf, all the way up to her knee would be covered in paint, okay? So she's looking for adhesions, and if she finds one, you'll probably know.
Wait, explain what they don't know. You speak like.
Okay, you're looking for tight spots. Anything that believe me, when you feel one, you're gonna know you hit one. So it's a little tight spot.
I have a job because people like you say adhesion. I have to speak literally specialist to everyday people.
I know.
They're
I'm
like,
sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
I love my job too much. Okay, so she's searching for the adhesions, the tight spots, okay?
Search really, Brandon.
Right, exactly. So she's there like all the time. So what she's gonna do is breathe through. She can take herself to a happy place, okay? Okay. And if she's on a spot, let's say, so she's got her butt on the ground, right?
Yeah.
So let's just say she is on a spot that's maybe like a 3 or a 4, and she wants to add some pressure, she's gonna pop herself up using her hands.
I want to add pressure.
And it's gonna add like 2 or 3 degrees of pressure. So now she's gonna be maybe like a 6 or 7 on her pain scale.
Yeah.
We wanna search for 6, 7 on the pain scale, maybe an 8, okay?
And they're doing 3 to 5 minutes per calf?
Yeah, with a calf, probably 2 to 3 minutes is probably good to go on a calf, okay?
Okay.
And she's gonna go all the way up to the back of the knee because
the
gastroc inserts above the kneecap.
Oh my God. Okay. Oh man, these are bad. These are bad, Abby.
Yeah,
these are bad. This isn't. I'm not demonstrating this time.
This is an issue.
This isn't a demonstration. All right.
The other thing I want you to make sure you do is, so you can see, this is the lateral calf, and then the inner calf here. So she's gonna have to tilt a little bit to get the outer part.
Oh.
Yeah, we don't wanna miss any of that fun stuff, do we?
No. Oh. Oh my God.
And then you can shift.
Jeez.
You can pull the right hip up off the ground to get the inner part of that right.
Oh
boy! Fun! It's like Christmas, like an Easter egg hunt you're on. You're just looking for all this stuff.
Okay. Oh God.
Breathe. You gotta breathe.
Yeah.
Breathe.
Oh.
I consider, so people ask me like, oh, what's it, I have a high pain threshold or whatever.
No.
10 would be like, I can't even get on at all. 9 would be where you start biting your lip and stop breathing. I want you to be a little bit below that, somewhere like 6, 7.
I'm 9. I'm gonna die.
So then you can try to take a little pressure off. If you're at that 9 or 10, you take a little pressure off.
So
if you're at the 3, 4, 5.
The hands up a little bit there.
There you go.
Take the pressure off.
Okay, exactly.
Oh, sweet mother. But actually, once you start it does get better. The pain starts to get a little better.
It feels way better.
In the beginning, it's like you see God.
And if you hold on the tight spot for about 15 seconds, you should notice about a 2 difference in your pain scale. So if you hit the spot and you're at a 7, after about 15 real world seconds, you should probably be about at a 5 as typical.
Okay, so both of those. You gotta do both sides. We're just, for the purpose of this video, we're gonna keep it moving for you. Grazie. Okay, now. You can see I genuinely have this problem.
So we're gonna go over, now that we prepped that calf, we're gonna stay on the right calf, we're gonna show you
B, can overly tight calves cause shin splints?
Yeah, because you have an ankle dysfunction, right? Ankle immobility, right? Ankle mobility problems. So there's always compensations that happen. So you for sure could have all kinds of issues with overly tight calves. Absolutely. Yep.
So like if you started running, you and I were talking about what do people first do when they haven't worked out forever? They go running, which is like one of the last things you do without working on your mobility and your movement quality first.
Understand your form. So if you have like really, really crazy tight calves, that's going to limit your, let me see here, how do I say this? The amount that your toe can lift up.
That's exactly, that's English. That's how they understand. That's how I understand.
Dorsal flexion. Okay. Yes. It can limit that. If you don't have enough dorsal extension, guess what? You're here like this, you impact, you're going to be more like this. Okay, so we want full range of motion, we want full mobility in that calf to avoid any kind of issues.
Right, butt wink included.
Also, it's interesting you bring that up too, because if you don't have full function of the calf, it can actually make your glutes underactive because you don't have full press off when you walk, and your glute is responsible for bringing your leg back. I'm trying to not say the corrective exercise words, right? So hip extension, there I said it. Hip extension. So if I don't have proper ankle mobility and I don't roll off of that foot and then I hike, I'm not activating my glute. It's completely flat right here.
Which is part of the potential reason maybe that people would get things like the hip shift because they're weak on the outside.
Back pain, hip shift, knee collapse, all kinds of stuff can be traced back to weak and dysfunctional ankles. So really pay attention to this. Think about how the butt wink, how the rounding of the lumbar spine, we can trace it all the way back down here. Something called the kinetic chain. I'm going to throw another word out there.
It's okay, as long as we explain what it means.
Ankle, knee, hip, low back. All the stuff is connected, so you really need to look globally. So if you do have back pain, guess what? If you're only looking right here, you may be missing all the way down here. That's something that could be causing the pain. Pain is the effect, not the cause. Okay?
Got it.
So we're going to do stretch for those tight calves. Okay. Stretch.
This one's actually really cool, guys. It's something you've likely not seen before.
I'll show this.
So B was just teaching me this one. I don't want to get this one too terrible wrong here.
Okay. She's doing her right side. That's fine.
No, switch?
You'll be able to see.
All right. So I keep my foot flat on the chair, right?
I like to think that your toes are still driving up or that you're pressing the heel down.
I legit cannot get where you need me to be here.
What we're looking for is to get the knee over the mid-foot.
Explain that, because they've been told for years not to put the knee over the toe.
Whoever started that, I want to fight you. Honestly, find me. I'm on Instagram. I want to fight you.
But if the heel lifts up and they do this.
Then you're slacking the calf. That's not our goal with this. We want to keep the foot very, very flat and drive that knee. So you only go as far as you feel the heel stay in contact with the chair or whatever you're using, plyo bar, because we're fantastic at the gym. So what she's doing is pulling up, so her weight is being pressed down to give her a better stretch in that calf.
Oh, I see. Oh.
There you go.
I also feel this in my hips. Is that right?
Oh yeah, you'll feel it. With yours, of course you will.
Am I?
So you want to try to keep the hips square too. So try not to cheat. You want to stay square and drive straight forward.
And the back leg is straight, B?
Yes.
And you're going to feel that in the hip flexors and the psoas, right?
On that
On
side,
the back
absolutely.
leg.
You will on the back leg. Yeah, if you keep
Woof.
that. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because I feel that big. Okay. Man, Brandon. Okay.
Good. 30-second holds. 30-second holds on this.
Three
times.
sets?
3 times, 30 seconds.
Oh, both
Three.
sides, right?
Yeah, both sides on
Nice.
this. You got butt wink, you both sides. It's not going to be one, okay?
Got it.
So,
Oh my goodness.
out
Okay.
of the way. Now, we can do a typical runner stretch where we can actually do a little bit. So we have dumbbells here. I can put my foot up at an incline and I can come here and keep the legs straight. So here on the chair, we actually had our knee bent. Here, we're going to do a little different focus, and we're going to keep the heel flat like this and really drive down with the heel. Okay? I have pretty good calves. I can do it pretty well. We'll see how much of this.
Not good. Not good. That's it. That's it. What
And
is this?
So if she could,
Why are some people, like seriously, I don't think I've ever gotten an answer. Why are some people far more mobile? I mean, I'm athletic. I move through a full range of motion. I'm just not flexible. Is that my muscle fiber? What is that, Brandon? What is it, Brandon?
some people start with different set points, right? So some people are naturally kind of stronger. Some people have a larger range of motion. Some people with their double jointed, it has nothing to do with double joints. It just has to do with the amount of their ligaments and tendons are very, very loose, so they can move their bones a little bit more than most people can. So we're all a little bit different.
But you can improve.
You for sure can improve.
You improve.
I wish you guys could have seen my squat when I learned about this stuff. I had literally every dysfunction that we look for, I had all of them. So, and I'm still not perfect. I still work on things, right? But it's all about getting better because I wasn't doing sustainable movement. I really was injuring myself slowly with every workout. I felt great. I felt strong. I felt good. I got great workouts, but I literally was injuring myself over time, and it built up.
Yeah, and you guys always are like, I'm old. Oh, it's age. It's not age. It's repetitive damage. It can happen to anybody. A 25-year-old, it's just that a 25-year-old might have so many flexions and extensions with improper movement, but you grind and you grind and you grind. It's time with improper movement that creates issues. It's not that you're suddenly 40 or you're suddenly 50. That's not it at all. It has nothing to do with it.
If you're in your 20s and you're running marathons every single month, you're going to catch up to those injuries much quicker than somebody who's the weekend warrior and, oh, I start to feel stuff, it's because I'm age 40 or I'm 50 now or something like that. It's poor movement quality. We can trace so much of stuff to dysfunction, poor movement quality, instability. We have asymmetries. And we can see all these things through movement patterns, movement assessments, okay? So the fundamental movements that we do every day, we want to take a look at those and see the quality of those movements, okay? It's not about moving, it's about moving efficiently with quality for sustainability. You want sustainable movement so you can last a lifetime, okay? So we're going to kick these out. So she did calf.
Yep, standing calf.
And the soleus, there you go, exactly.
Okay.
Kick that out of the way. Go.
Oh, kick it out of the way.
Oh, are we going to show the, yeah, okay, we're going to use these for heel hikes. So, to get Jillian all the way down in the squat, we're going to lift her heels up a little bit. Now that slacks the calf and the soleus.
So it helps me cheat my mobility.
So here's the trick. You're allowed to cheat a little bit. You're allowed to use some external stuff with the knowledge that you're going to reduce that over time. As you get your calves more flexible, you won't need as much of a support. So you reduce that over time, gradually, until you don't need it anymore, until you can do the perfect squat, full, on the ground, no help. That's your goal.
So start with 2 books you said, even height, which again, I'm all packed, sorry guys. 2 books, even height, and put your heels on the books of even height. So right now I'm using dumbbells and I've got a couple inches, so these are pretty high. I've got a lot
Yeah, she's
of
got some
support
pretty
here.
high
Crap.
heel lifts on there, so.
Good?
Yep, we can go, you want to do external, a little bit external, you want to do straight?
Whatever you tell me.
Let's do a little, we'll do external.
Okay, so we just rotate the
There you go.
toes
So
slightly out.
when you guys do a real world squat, I want you guys' toes to be a little bit out, okay? As long as the knee follows the midfoot, we're okay, okay? So we're just gonna do a slight, I like to think of, if I'm looking at an analog clock, one foot's at 1:30, the other foot's at 10:30, okay?
Okay. Arms up.
Yep, arms up, abs tight, drive the knees out over the second and third toe. Uh-huh.
Of course, this I can sit all the way back down because my calf mobility is not messing me up at all.
Look at that. All right, and then stand straight back up. You want to show a side shot of that?
Yep.
So you can see.
Okay, boss.
That was really good.
And what is this just teaching me biomechanics? Is this putting my body like muscle memory?
So
putting
now,
me in the right range of motion so I remember it?
exactly. So now
While
you're
I'm stretching the calf. Sorry, I'll let you talk.
That's okay.
You can talk. Go ahead. You can talk. I'll
So
do my move, my thing. You
What
talk.
we're doing is trying to get her to do a full range of motion squat. So getting her hamstrings on her calves, knees out to the midfoot, and training her body. How does her core activate and not allow her to start butt winking? Look at that. Do you see any butt wink right there? No, you see nice lumbar curve. Come straight up like somebody picked you up from your neck and squeeze the glutes. This is home. You always want to go home. You squeeze your butt and your abs like you're going to get punched in the stomach. Then you descend in the squat, you relax, your knees drive out over the midfoot, second, third toe. Abs are tight, keeping the core tight. Stay engaged. Good, and then come up. Now, when we continue to do the stretching, and we continue to do the activations, she will need lower and lower and lower heel supports until you don't need them anymore because she won't be butt winking, right? And that's our whole goal, is to fix that dysfunction, okay?
Yeah, and if I see any of those PRs with the overhead squat and the whole thing with the butt wink, it doesn't count.
Doesn't count.
That's
Doesn't
bad.
count. Get
We
it out of
never
here.
Hold it back.
Get
Lighten
it
the
out
weight.
here, please.
Don't want to take it away from
Get
you.
it
but
out.
Trying to keep you safe.
Honestly.
Where do they go? You're so bad at it.
Check my stuff out, BrandonVolzX.com or my Insta at BrandonVolzX. All right, guys, take care of your stuff. No butt winks, please.
Okay, team, don't forget, I created this channel just for you guys. So click like, subscribe, and let me know what you want to hear more about. If it's diet, fitness, wellness, mindfulness, I'm here for you. So give me your feedback.